So in this video, I'm going to tell you every single thing that we know so far about the iPhone 16, but not the 16 Plus though, because that might not even come to the market according to some rumors. The iPhone SE will have an iPhone SE Plus, but the iPhone 16 will skip the Plus model for some reason. At least that's what we are hearing. But the iPhone 16 actually will have some major changes in the design department too. The first one definitely has to be the camera housing. This will have a vertical camera bump instead of the diagonal one of the recent models like the iPhone 13, the 14 and even the 15. Now you might be thinking it will look very similar to the iPhone 10, 10s Max. No, it's not. It's a kind of a mix of what the iPhone 11 did, also a mix of iPhone 10, kind of. Now MacRumor claims that this photo shows that exactly how the camera module is going to look like inside. The top one is actually going to be the main 48 megapixel camera, and the bottom one is actually going to be 12 megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera. Because the ultra-wide-angle camera upgrade is coming to the Pro and Pro Max, not to the standard models. And the standard model will not have a big change in the camera department at all. Because with the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus, Apple introduced much more megapixels and much more bigger sensor inside the standard model. So don't expect any drastic change in the camera department. And neither the Pro features are going to come to the standard models like ProRes video recording or something like that. But the major reason why Apple actually is making these camera bumps is 3D images and 3D video capturing. The reason is very simple. Apple's Vision Pro. And it can't be done on the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus because the two rear cameras don't really line up. Because the vertical camera setup kind of works like human eyes for the phone. Because we have already seen the flat sides, the curved corners and everything on the iPhone standard models, now it's time for a new button. No, we are not talking about the action button, but rather a capture button. Now, this is something that was rumored to come to only Pro models, but certain leakers are still saying that it will also come to the iPhone 16. But not a real button actually. It's still gonna be a solid state button. But with the pressure-sensitive technology, Apple will allow us to use it as a camera shutter button, but that too, two-stage camera shutter button, similar to that of the Nokia Lumia Windows phones and even the Sony Xperia phones. The other thing that we know is that the 6GB of RAM is getting an upgrade to 8GB. In addition to that, the non-Pro iPhone 16 will actually gain faster Wi-Fi 6E connectivity support, but not Wi-Fi 7 like the Pro models. But it will also have a major upgrade in the microphones department. Now you might be thinking why that is important, because Siri is getting a massive AI upgrade with the iOS 18 and that needs a much better microphone. And one disappointing thing that Apple is still going to do, and I don't know why they're doing it, they're still going to keep 60Hz panel on the iPhone 16 models. The current iPhone 15 and 15 Plus also uses the same LTPS panel that are going to be inside the iPhone 16 as well. So we're going to stick to 60 Hz again. The iPhone 16 will have a 3561 mAh battery, which is much more compared to the iPhone 15's 3349 mAh. Now we still have a confusion in the processor department because we still don't know which processor is going to power this iPhone 16, whether it's the A17 Pro or whether it's going to be a A18 Lite model. The A17 Pro chipset was much more expensive to make and it wasn't the best in terms of thermal efficiency. So I think it's better to make a lighter variant of the A18 Pro chipset, means a standard A18 with much less GPU cores and slightly lower clock speed for the CPU cores. The iPhone 16 SE may start at $699 for a 128GB variant. The 16 SE Plus will start at $799 for the 256GB variant. The 16, the phone that I was talking about, will launch at $899 for the 256GB base variant, and the 16 Pro will start at $999 and about $1,099 for the 16 Pro Max. But here's the problem. The iPhone 15 Pro Max actually launched at a price of $1,199. So how can that phone go cheaper? So take it with a pinch of salt, but that's the thing we have as of now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that Apple will skip the iPhone 16 Plus and make the iPhone 16 more expensive? And yes, if you want, you can get some crazy cool wallpapers up on my website. A link down below. Until the next one, bye and take care.